Hey guys, now this is Thursdays on week 20, so here we go. First question, what is the perimeter of a regular pentagon with 7 centimeter sides? Now a pentagon has 5 sides, so we want to draw a shape with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, and it's telling us that each of these sides is 7 centimeters long. So the perimeter is if you walk all the way um, around the edge, so this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. If we add all those up, that's the answer we're going to put in here for how many centimeters long the perimeter is. Now, question 2, what is the probability? Now, another word for probability is chance. What is the chance of selecting a red jelly bean from a jar with 5 red and 15 white ones? So the first thing we need to do is ask ourselves how many jelly beans are in the jar altogether, and we're going to write that number on the bottom of a fraction. So altogether there's 5 red and 15 white. So altogether there's 20 jelly beans in the jar. Now we're asked what's the chance of picking a red one. So we want to know how many in the jar are red. That's 5. So our chances of picking out a red one are 5 out of 20. And that is, well, we can simplify that. We can divide the top by 5 and the bottom by 5. And if we divide the top by 5, we get 1. If we divide the bottom by 5, we get 4. And all that we've done there is simplify this fraction. So your chance of picking a red jelly bean is actually 1 in 4. And the thing you're asked to do then is pick, what is this fraction equal to? Is it 5%, 5 over 15, 0.25, or 0.2? Okay, and that'll give you the answer for that one. I'm hoping you know which decimal is equal to a quarter. So, question 3, we're adding on plus 5 and then we're taking away 9. So for this one, we're going to go on our number line, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need some negative numbers here as well, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. That should be enough. So we're going to start at 0 and count on 5. We're adding on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to count backwards. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to land down here. Okay, that'll give you your answer for number 3. Number 4, how many faces has an octahedron? Remember, the faces are the flat things that you could draw a picture on. So find your octahedron in the back of the book and count up the amount of faces on it. Number 5, we have a takeaway sum here, and again we always write these vertically, 400,000, and we're taking away 10,000. Now I'm going to write the number on the bottom from right to left so that I can keep everything in the right place. So we have a 0, a 0, a 0, another 0, and a 1. And that's the most important thing here, is keeping the units under the units, the tens under the tens, the hundreds under the hundreds. And now we just have a takeaway sum here, and our answer is going to go in here. Number 6, what is the area of a floor that is 6 meters by 3 meters? Now when they say it's 6 meters by 3 meters, that means it's a rectangle, and on one side it's 6 meters long, on the other side it is 3 meters long, and they're asking us what is the area of this rectangle in here. And the way we get that is we multiply the sides by each other, 6 times 3, and that'll tell us how many meters squared the area is. Number 7, write the numeral 2.9 million. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers to put in there for 2.9 million. It's going to start with 2. Next number is going to be 9, and all the others are going to be zeros. And if you do that, you'll have your answer for number 7. Number 8, we're doing 0.2 multiplied by 0.6. Okay, we're going to multiply them, we'll get an answer down here, and to find out where our decimal goes, we count up how many numbers there are after a decimal. So whatever answer we have in here, we're going to count in that amount of places to put our decimal, and that'll give us the right answer for number 8. Number 9, we have to pick plus, minus, multiply or divide, try them and see which one will give us an answer of 5. On number 10, we have to name this triangle. Now, this has 1 line in it, this has 2, and this is 3. And the thing to note there is that they're all different. Okay, each side is a different length. That means that these angles here are all different as well. And there's a name for a triangle where everything is different. Okay, it's not an equilateral triangle, it's not a scaling, or sorry, it's not an isosceles triangle. There's only one triangle that could be. Number 11, tick the largest. So we can, well, what I've been doing so far with these ones is crossing out the numbers until we get to one that's bigger or smaller. But on this one here, they've changed it up a bit. So what I need to do is write this 3.8 million out as a full numeral. So I'm going to go 3, 800, 000. Now I can see that this number and this number are the same, and this one is smaller. So this one is definitely not the smallest. And if I go to my second number, they're both the same. And if I go to my third number here, you can see that this number is bigger than this one over here. So that means this number here has to be the biggest. Number 12, adding up 6.07 and 12.92. Again, you have to just keep the units, the decimal point, the hundreds, the tens, keep them all underneath each other. So 6.07, and we're adding on 12.92. Now I'm going to put in my decimal first. After decimal I have a 9 and a 2. In front of it I've got a 12, and I'm adding those two together. Number 13, 2 times something equals 400. So what is that something? What do you multiply 2 by to get 400? If you can't think of it, what you can do is take 400 and you can divide it by 2, and that'll get you your answer as well. Number 14, the answer for 24 times 29, which unit will, or sorry, which digit will the unit be? So 24 times 29, okay, we can do our multiplication here. 9 fours, sorry, I've written 99 there. So 24 times 29. So 9 fours are 36, put down a 6 and carry a 3. 9 twos are 18, and 3 is 21. And we're going to put a 0 down here because we're multiplying by tens next, and we don't need to go any further than that because we know that when we add up the units here we're going to get 6, and that's all they're asking for in the question. What digit will the unit be? So we can stop our sum here. We don't have to go any further and work out the final answer to 24 times 29. Which is the better value for money? 100 grams of sweets for 90 cents or 125 grams of sweets for €1.40. Now we can't compare these at the moment because they're different sizes. So what I'm going to ask myself here is, how could I make both of these numbers the same? Okay, if I double 125, I'll get 250. If I multiply it by 3, I'll get 375. If I multiply it by 4, I'll get 500. Now I know I can multiply this one by 5 to get 500, so I'm going to go with that. So this one here, I'm going to multiply it by 4, and that gives me 500 grams. and that would, we'd multiply the price here by 4, we'd get €4 and €1.60. That's going to be €5.60. And we want to get 500 grams on the top here so that we can compare them and see which is better value for money. So I'm going to multiply this by 5 and I'll get 500 grams. So I'm going to take this 90 cent here and multiply it by 5. I know that 5 nines are 45, so 5 90 cents must be 450 cent, which is €4.50. So we can see that with this deal on the top for 500 grams it'd cost $4.50, and this deal on the bottom for 500 grams it'd cost $5.60. So clearly this one on the top here is the one that is the better value for money. Question 16. 1 times something is equal to 45 divided by 9. Now 45 divided by 9 is 5. So what do you multiply 1 by to get 5? Now question 17 here. We have 2 kilograms and 50 grams is equal to 2 and 50 over 1,000 kilograms. So we need to show, well, the units are taken care of here, so we need to show these thousands. So to show thousands after a decimal, we need 3 decimal places. This is tenths, this is hundredths, this is thousands. And there are 50 of them, and we put 50 in like that here. Then we fill in our 0 here, and that's our answer to number 17. Number 18, we have to add these up. Now we can't add them up unless the 2 numbers on the bottom are the same. So what I need to do is find out what is the lowest common denominator of 2 and 3. So I'm going to take 2 and get its multiples. They're 2, 4, 6, 8. The multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, and 12. And the lowest one that's the same is 6. So first of all, I want to change a half into sixths. So to do that, to the bottom I have to multiply by 3, so I'm going to do the same on the top, and I'll get 3 sixths. So that's equal to 3 sixths plus, and for 2/3, if I want to change that into sixths, on the bottom I'm multiplying by 2, so I do the same on the top, and I'll get 4. So this is 3 sixths plus 4 sixths, and that's equal to 7 over 6. So we're not really finished because we never leave our number as an improper fraction. What we need to do is divide the 6 into the top. It goes in once, and there's 1 left over, so it's 1 and 1/6 is our answer. Question 19, will a square and a rectangle tessellate together? Now remember, to tessellate, it's like having, will they work as tiles on a floor where you can put them together with no spaces in between? And lastly, number 20, 60 times 7 is 420, so 59 times 7, well, that's going to have to be 1 7 less than 420. So to do that, we can do 420, take away 7 equals, and I'll let you work out the answer to that there. And that's it for Thursday, and just Friday left to go there. Best of luck.